Hey everyone, it's Shai Schwartzman here with the Done For You video and audio marketing system. And today I'm really pleased to be joined by Laura Petersen. Laura is a longtime platinum member, top agent from Celebration, Florida. Her company is Frontgate Realty. I really appreciate her time today. She's joined us for today's best practices webinar using the ultimate converter. Hey Laura, thanks for joining us today. I appreciate your time today.
Well, I'm very happy to be here, and hopefully it helps somebody, and we can all learn something. So that's all good.
So Laura, tell us a little bit about how you first got started with the ultimate converters.
Well, there were several. I mean, first of all, one of the things that we do is that we work with a lot of buyers, and there wasn't a buyer bomb or anything like that out there, and so it was something that I was very interested from that standpoint that we could go ahead and get the buyers involved and get something that give us instant credibility. And the other thing is that when it comes to the buyers is that we work with a lot of people that are from out of town, and they're not coming right away. So we do need something to keep them engaged. And they do have, with the internet the way that it is right now, is that they're getting constant emails from not just myself, but from a lot of people. And until we actually meet with them face to face, I need to have something that makes me different than everybody else. And the buyer one was one that I found that was something that I was really interested. And when it first started, it wasn't as good as it is right now, because now it actually goes to what the buyers want, which is the houses. You can see right on there that it says our exclusive home hunter system guarantees you priority access. So right away it's talking, the first thing that they see is how to get the houses, and that's what we want to do. The other thing that was really interesting to me was the seller one, because again, it was something that it could go to the seller, it goes to them right away when we talk to them, it confirms the appointment, which we confirm it verbally as well as with all of these tools and everything. But it's something that again sets us apart. And I have gone on listing presentations where the seller actually says, "Hey, I really enjoyed your conversation with John." And I'm like going, "Oh my goodness." But I've recorded that phone interview, that radio interview with John that I've never met. Basically, they listened to the whole thing and it really impressed them.
What's the optimal time to send out the converter, whether it's for seller or buyer? When is it that you send it out where you find the best results?
Well, it is by far the best time to send it out is when we have an appointment, whether it be with buyers, sellers, or agents. And if we are sending it, but we do send it to buyers before they're coming in town, it doesn't get them to town any faster, but it just sets us apart. So we will send it to them at that point in time. But we're sending it to everybody and confirming the appointments with it, whether it's a buyer, seller, or whether it's the agent coming to our group presentation to get more agents.
What's the script that you would use?
Basically, it's that, hey, we're going to be sending you an email that has some information in it that will confirm your appointment as far as the date and time and the date that we're going to see you is X, and the time that we're going to meet is X, and the place is X, and then all of those things are confirmed in the email as well. And we're also going to be sending you a link that will be your own personal website that can show you what a lot of things that are interesting in the way that we do business. So we go ahead and we send that out to them, and then I get an email back when they open it up. And I would say that it's probably at least 50 to 60% of the time that they open it up. But when they do open it up, they peruse it and look through it pretty well.
So you would do something, let's say if we were on your converter here, Laura, you would click here and then you would put in their personal name. So let's say you're sending it to
Right,
Joe Smith.
right.
And then do you send it directly from the converter or do you send it to yourself and then forward it to them?
No, we send it directly from the converter.
Actually, let's just let's just have you send it to me. And then you'll put my email address. And then
Right.
you're going to use the buyer appointment confirmation.
Correct.
And you're going to select the subject. Now, do you select one of the subjects that we've provided, or do you do your own custom subject line?
No, we pretty much use what's on here. We don't reinvent the wheel.
And then you would go in and everything is pretty
And
much
change
here.
whatever we have to do there.
Right.
Yep, we do exactly that. So we found that that video that's in there, everything's good, so we don't need to change anything.
So you'll probably change the confirmation time that you're going to meet with them, etc.
Correct. Yeah.
And then you'll click on preview.
Mhm.
Everything is done for you. And then you'll have here the notification that you mentioned that you're going to get notification that this person accessed it. And you'll probably
Right.
leave that clicked, and then you'll click on send. Then you'll click on OK, and then it gets sent to them. Well, Laura, when you do send this out, whether it's to buyers or sellers, what do you find is the difference when you or your team members meet with them?
Well, it's one of the things that's probably helped improve our no-show rate, because we did have quite a heavy no-show rate, which nobody likes, but they all kind of happen. And so what we've been able to do is we've been able to reduce that with the changes in the buyer one. The seller one, we didn't have as many no-shows when we were going there. So one of the things is that we generally go to the buyers instead of them coming to us. And the other thing that we're doing is that we're definitely confirming it the day of. So if we're booking it even today and it's tomorrow morning, we're still going to confirm that we're coming, and we're going to tell them that we're going to call them back and confirm that we're coming too, just because we want to eliminate as many no-shows as we can. But we've never had any type of a situation where somebody said, oh, I'm not coming, I read your page here. It's been the exact opposite, where they're like, that was pretty impressive what you sent to us, and we really liked it, and it just sets us apart from everybody else. And it is kind of like they wouldn't think of not meeting with us then, because they know that we're professional. We know that we've got their best interest at heart, and we're going to show them something that they want. I mean, they wouldn't have made the appointment in the first place if we didn't have something that they wanted.
What would be your advice to someone to really effectively use this program?
What I've found personally is that it doesn't seem to go into the spam filter when we use the template. I think that the video that's included, that's embedded in that email that's going out to them, I think that that's something that is definitely impressive, because everybody doesn't send video like that in their emails. So just from the get-go, it sets a standard of excellence that they are looking for, and so it just definitely points us apart from anybody else. All the other agents are sending them pictures of houses or whatever, but they may not be what they're looking for. They don't know that they're going to get exactly what they're looking for, and so that's what our offer is, obviously, that we've got proprietary software that we're going to get them houses that they can't find on the internet. But when we're actually sending them this form right here, it actually shows them that we are that next step above anybody else, and that's what I really like about it.
So Laura, we got this here. I got this. This is the buyer pre-selling kit that I had created as we were talking.
Uh-huh.
And right away, they know it's coming from you. It's got all of your
Yep.
information, your guarantee, confirmation of our meeting. They have the video of, this is the video that we provide, the host, if you will. Now, you could do your own, or you can use this. Now, do you find that this video works well?
Yeah, and the reason I like this video is because we're talking that we're a team. And so I feel like if it was me that was doing it, that would take away from the team, because we're always trying to make it okay that it's not me that's showing up for the meeting. And so this is another feather in our cap that shows this team that this is another lady on our team, which she is our video team, to actually get the information out to them, that they know what's going on in regards to their appointment. And so that's another thing that I really like about this video, is that it's generic. It doesn't ever say Front Gate Realty. It doesn't ever say anything like that, but it does talk about our team that we're going to be meeting with you. And so that's what we're constantly trying to convey to the client as well, is that it is a team. And so that's why I really like this video, and it's done for you. I don't have to mess with it, and it's good to go.
And then, of course, in the body of the email, you're going to change the details, whether you're meeting in the office, what time, whether you're meeting at their house, etc. And then, as you see here, it's put my name into the URL, which your URL on your buyer pre-selling kit is flhomebuyingsuccess.com. And tell me a little bit about the naming of the URLs. For your seller URL, you have quickfloridahomesale.com. For your buyer, it's flhomebuyingsuccess.com. And for your recruiting pre-selling kit, which we'll show in a moment, is Front Gate Opportunities. How did you come up with those names, or why those particular benefit-rich type of names?
Well, I wanted them to be something that was generic enough for the area, because our office is in Celebration, but we sell the whole Central Florida area. So I wanted it to be generic enough, so the first one for the buyers, that it's FL for the whole state of Florida, which, just I don't have to limit it to a specific town or anything like that. So I wanted it to be something that kind of went along with it. So I just searched in GoDaddy until I found the names that kind of went along with what I wanted it to be. And the same thing with the sellers, quick home sale. That's what they're looking for. So that's why I went with that. And then for the recruiting, the opportunities, the Front Gate Opportunities, which is, there are opportunities for agents to be here. And so I wanted it to just kind of message to market match as well as I could, just like we do in everything.
And you could also see how I've put in my name. If I were the prospect, I'm going to be drawn to my name, so that when you're creating these pre-selling kits, as you are, Laura, it's important to have that person's name, because that's what's going to attract them to click on that link.
Right, because they can see that, wow, they created a whole website for me, is the appearance. And
Welcome.
Whether you did or didn't, that's the way it looks right there. And so everything is completely customized, for them.
And then there's some video and audio, which I won't play here, but all of the video and audio really directs them to each step in viewing the pre-selling kit. And of course, as you can see here, their name gets put in a bunch of different places as well. As we get to the end here, what would you say for team building, the benefits of the business opportunity pre-selling kit, if you will? What's the how do you use that, and what are some of the benefits of the bundle?
Well, what I have done is I've gone to a group interview, is the first thing that I do for any agent that wants to come on the team. I only do it once a month, so I don't want to let it go like a whole month or whatever without them having anything. So we do send this ultimate converter out to them, and so it does kind of keep them in tune. So it does give complete credibility and everything that shows that we have something, again, that's different than any other brokerage does. Because this, whoever that's sent out to, it's personalized to them, it's made an impact on them. And so then when I'm actually showing them how we do business and everything, when we actually go through the whole program and everything with them, then they're going to see that, we do this for buyers and sellers too, and they've already experienced it themselves. So that's not something that they can recreate easily themselves. It's another thing that makes it more likely that they're going to show up than not show up. Having this ultimate converter is part of the reason that that happened.
Here is the converter. This is the email that they get,
Mm-hmm.
which you can then customize. And of course, it was great talking to you. Of course, you're going to reiterate the date and time of the meeting. This is all
Right.
generic that you would change. And of course, here is my name with the front gate opportunities. When I click on that, you can see that my name has been put here. There's an amazing business opportunity. So like the buyer, like the seller pre-selling kits, the message is directed towards this particular prospect, which happens to be someone that we're looking to recruit to our team.
I did find that it definitely works a lot better. This definitely works a lot better when you send it when they've made the appointment, because I did try to send it to people that I thought, I went through my reality statistics and picked a bunch of people and said, I'll just send it to all of them. What do I have to lose? Well, I only had one or two of them that actually opened it, but my open rate is significantly higher when they are people that we've spoken to that are coming to our event. Again, the confirmation of what you've already talked to them about. And it's the same thing with buyers, sellers, or recruits, that it's all the same, that it's like after you've spoken to them, if you send it out after that point, our chances of them opening up are pretty high. Whereas if I just send it out of the blue, it's like spam and nobody knows or cares or whatever it is. But that personal phone call and letting them know when we're hanging up the call that we will be sending them an email confirmation that has a lot of other information on it that they might want to read or listen to before they come.
Laura, any final recommendations, any final thoughts that you could share on your experience that you could share with the listener?
Well, I do know that it definitely has gotten me deals, because I know that when I've gone in there after this has gone out and they've opened it up, like I said, that they listened to my whole radio interview that's 30 minutes, and they definitely wanted to talk to me. They didn't want to sign any documents before they got to me when there were other people that they were interviewing. And that's kind of a thing that happens to all of us. We always say, don't sign any documents until you get there. But I know that this presentation that we send out to them actually stops many of them from actually signing before we get there. So every little bit that you can do to make that happen, it makes your time much more valuable and gets the deals, which is what it's all about.
I really appreciate your insight and your sharing your experience with everyone today, Laura. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for your time, and I really look forward to seeing you at the next event. Thank you again.
All right, sounds good. Okay, thanks so much. Bye-bye.